Greetings and welcome everybody to the Beers and Bodyslams podcast. Sitting across from me is man I never hope gets traded to another brand. Good old JB.
Sitting to my left, the man that never trusts a skinny chef, Mr. Fluffy.
Sitting across from me, the man that just recently got signed to the Toys R Us podcast network.
Woo!
Irish.
Quick show, everybody. Hey, welcome to the Toys
Grand
R Us
opening,
podcast.
Grand closing.
See ya. Good night. Have a great life. We've got a great show for you tonight. As we record this coming Monday, but when this airs, it's going to go live on Monday. Tonight is the first night of the Raw and SmackDown Live.
Shake up.
Shake it up. Shake it up. So we're going to
Don't
focus.
ever do that again.
You don't like my T Swifty?
No.
You're going to really hate it when Dusty Rhodes sings it.
We know how he feels about Dusty.
Think it off. Think it off. Think it off. So we've got a great show. We're going to give you our picks for who we would shake up and switch brands. Plus, we have, quite frankly, another phenomenal beer that I can't wait to share with you guys. We're going to get to that and so much more when we come right back.
Awesome!
This is the Beers and Bodyslams podcast
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
with your host, Mr. Fluffy,
Hello, ladies.
good old JB,
Booty-O's! They make sure you ain't booty.
and the Irish O'Leary.
There's only one word to describe you, and I'm gonna spell it out for you. S-A-W-S-T!
This is the only podcast bringing you craft beer and pro wrestling that really matters.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X proudly brings to you its WWF Tag Team Champion of the World, the Road Dogg Jesse James, the Badass Billy Gunn, the new.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
All right, Fluffy, what are we drinking?
We are drinking from, once again, sent to us from our fine friends at Tavor.
Love you guys.
Yes.
We are drinking Breakside Salted Caramel Stout.
Breakside?
Breakside is a brewery out of Portland, Oregon, one of my favorite places in the whole wide world.
Really?
I love Portland.
I did not know
God.
that.
Oh my God. This is a collaboration with the Salt and Straw Ice Cream Company. And it tastes like ice cream in a glass. It's the bottle even says smooth, rich, and good to the last spoonful.
I'm
Yes.
supposed to drink this with spoons?
Yeah. It's only 6.7%. It is very low on the ABV.
It's light.
It's light, but it's good, man.
Yeah.
It's got great salty flavor. It's got good caramel.
Yeah.
You can almost feel the creaminess from what would be an ice cream kind of backlash on it. It's good.
It delivers definitely on the profile for sure.
Oats, yeah.
Definitely get the salt forward,
Oh, yeah.
and then the caramel finish. It's really
This
good.
was some vanilla ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Just a
Oh,
bowl
yeah,
of vanilla
yeah.
ice cream would be so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would actually, honestly, salted caramel ice cream.
Yep.
It
It's good
wouldn't
too.
be too much
Yeah.
because it would be a nice
That balance.
accent.
A lot of, because we know we like to pair sometimes food with beer, but a lot of people like their desserts. They don't like them overly sweet.
Yeah.
So they like that little
Yeah, this would work.
balance.
This would work,
Yeah.
yeah.
Totally.
Or even like a chocolate ice cream. This would be the chocolate caramel and the salt would be
Yeah.
really good.
Now I'm hungry.
Or a coffee ice cream in this.
Coffee and chocolate
Yeah.
ice
Yeah,
cream.
mocha ice cream. All
There
right.
you go.
All right, we're going to pause the show right now. We're going to run to the grocery store.
We're
We'll
going
be
to make a
back.
float and we'll be right.
We'll be right back.
Totally right.
Actually, we'll just take the equipment with us. We'll go to the store with the
There
equipment and
you
record
go.
in the store. They
in the
won't
parking
care.
lot, we'll be pouring our beer.
Everybody will think that we're stoned because we got the munchies.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, so what we're doing tonight is the first night of the Shake Up, Raw and SmackDown. They're going to move some superstars around. As we always do. The Raw after SmackDown is now traditionally the debut show, and now usually the second one after that is where we move people for the year and get some exciting stuff.
The first Raw is the welcome to the new company. The second Raw is get the hell out.
Exactly.
Third Raw is, oh, you don't work here no more.
Oh, you've been future endeavored.
Although I would say last year we didn't have that.
No, we didn't.
And that's
No.
what, and I'm wondering
That's
what's
'cause
going to
of
happen
the-
this year because last year we had the split.
Yeah,
and
that's
we
why
didn't
they
have it.
didn't. They
So-
couldn't. they needed the talent to split the
There's
brands.
going to be some people leaving this year. Well, that may be a whole other topic show down the road.
Definitely.
We'll talk
Do
about
that.
So. All right. So
I think we've done that before.
we've done a couple of them.
And we'll do it again.
And we'll do it
Oh, of
again.
course.
But we're going to go ahead and we'll do it round robin style like we normally do.
Sweet.
We'll go Raw, SmackDown, back and forth. That way it's fun. So I'm going to start first. I'm going to start with Raw.
All right.
Makes sense. First show of the night.
Yeah.
Week.
And actually, I'm going to cheat a little.
Makes sense.
And yeah, exactly.
You're a Patriots fan?
That's right. My first,
Too sweet.
my first pick is the Revival to move as a group over to
really?
SmackDown. Yeah,
Interesting.
number one, I don't think they fit into Raw.
You're right. You would
Clearly.
be correct.
You are absolutely correct. They have talent and want to wrestle.
Yeah, and SmackDown I think would be a better show for them.
Yeah, it would.
They
It
could,
would be.
they could go up against the Usos, the New Day, the Bludgeon Brothers. There's definitely some good combinations over there. Even Rusev and English versus the Revival would be a
Even
good.
Benjamin and Gable,
Yeah,
who have fallen off the map for some reason.
Are they still with the company?
they're still with the company.
Oh my God! I didn't
They
see
were in
them
the
during
Battle Royal.
Were they?
Yeah,
I missed that.
but
Well, you can't really tell who's in the damn ring. There was 40 people. in
That's
there.
true. I came late.
Yeah, but I would definitely like to see the Revival move over to SmackDown. I think they'd have a better chance of being seen. I think they fit that style better over there on SmackDown because they'd be so different than the SmackDown style, which is a little bit faster and quicker, where they would be more ground and pound, which I think they need.
And SmackDown really needs something new, an infusion. We've heard rumors that Sanity was coming up,
Yeah.
Yep.
but they didn't make their faces seen, and there's no guarantee that they're going to go to SmackDown, although they should.
They definitely should.
But they could use that no flips, just fist
Yeah.
attitude. That'd be great. I'm down with that.
Yeah, I would-
150%.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
All right, Mr. JB, who's your first pick to leave Raw and go to the land of opportunity?
The injured one, Dean Ambrose.
Oh, okay.
I think it's important for him to get away from the Shield.
I agree.
He needs a total, I wouldn't say rebranding, but he needs to basically reboot his career. He was kind of floundering before he got hurt. I'd like to see him back on SmackDown, just reestablishing himself more so than anything. When he's around Rollins and Reigns, he
Roman Reigns is a really weird guy.
Roman Roans.
when he's
Roman
I just
Roman
renamed the
Gnomes.
guy.
It's Gnome Romes.
When he's around them, he's obviously the third best, and they kind of
Oh, yeah.
they take
Totally.
away from his character. So just for sake of him getting a fresh start, I think he needs to go to SmackDown just to reinvent himself a little bit.
Plus the rivalries he could have over there. You have AJ and Shinsuke and Rusev and some guys over
Yeah.
there he could really run with
Yeah.
and have some fun matches with. So I agree
Yeah,
with
and
that.
I think this time would be better for him.
He
his-
just needs to get out of their shadow. I
Yeah,
think.
totally.
All right.
I get
All
that.
right. Irish.
My first one is Finn Balor.
Ooh.
Finn Balor is a seventh wheel over on Raw, and now that Joe's back,
Absolutely.
there's really no need. And come on, let's be honest. I mean, if you could do a fatal four-way with Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and Daniel Bryan,
Sign me
I
up.
mean, seriously,
Sign me up.
I mean,
Well-
who wouldn't want to see that?
Well, the problem is if that were to happen, I would need new pants. So that would be an
Yes.
issue.
I would be
You need
wearing
those
pants
anyway.
at that point.
you need
I would
those
have-
every Monday after Alexa comes up.
I would have a problem. I would
That's
have.
why I wear my
well,
kilt on Monday.
true. But I would like to see him over there. I think his everything that he's done over there has kind of run its course. They're not allowing him to do the demon
Yeah, I
stuff
haven't seen
anymore.
Demon in a long time.
Luckily he's sort of partnered back up with the club. I would like to see all three
As
of
a
them
group,
go over
yeah.
as a group.
yeah.
But if I could only get one, I think Finn would probably benefit the most over there. He started out on SmackDown or on Raw, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it would be good for him to get a different vibe. Plus, you've got naturally built-in, rivalries with AJ
Yep.
and Shinsuke. So
Yep.
that would be great. That would be at least a year and a half. And then
I
you
want him to go as a
start
heel,
Daniel
though.
Bryan.
If he's going, I want him to go as a heel.
Yeah, he's got to be.
He's trending that way anyway.
Yeah, or at least a cool heel.
Yeah.
So that's my first is Finn Balor.
Good choice.
All right, good choice. Okay, on to SmackDown. I'm going to give you, since you gave that one, that kind of, both yours kind of shocked me a little bit. I'm going to give you one from SmackDown that I think will make you both go, really? Daniel Bryan. I want to see him go to Raw.
Really?
Yeah. No, I'm serious because I think he needs to get away from the whole GM thing and get away from Shane.
I missed my cue there.
And I think that would be good. He definitely can run on that show. He can run with the Braun Strowman and a Roman Reigns, and if still there, or an Elias. Imagine him and Elias going at it.
Yeah.
I think he fits better on Raw. And I really do think he needs that break from, I don't want to hear every time he comes out on SmackDown, oh, there's a former GM. Oh, there, or him have some weird thing with Daniel or with Shane because move him over. Have him shift.
Kind of like conflict of interest type of thing.
Yeah. Have him go over. I think him and The Miz, obviously. The Miz is on Raw.
Yeah.
That is the money match everybody wants to begin with. And now even like people like to come up. Noah, Jose and him, there's definitely possibilities over there.
You mean,
Or Joe. Or him and Joe.
Oh my God.
Him and Joe would just pound each other into the ground.
They've had classic matches before.
That's what I'm saying. And I think he would do better, and I would like to see him move over to SmackDown and get that fresh start, especially since he's going to be full time.
Right.
Give him a chance to blossom. Give him a chance, and he gets to go after the title because eventually he's going to go after the title.
Yep.
So, but that's my first pick to move from SmackDown.
Good on you. That's a good choice. Shocking.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I figured no one was going to think that one, but
Nope.
I'm going to go. I had a couple options here, but I'm going to go with this one first. I'm going to say the New Day needs to go back to Raw.
New Day?
New Day as a group?
As a group. They're more entertainment right now than wrestler. So, and as we distinguish between the two brands, the SmackDown is the more, in my opinion, more of the pure wrestling show. Raw is the 15-minute in-ring interview segments, over the top type of stuff. So I think they fit in better on Raw.
Okay.
Eventually, as I stated, I'd like to see them break that group up at some point, possibly even going into SummerSlam. Right. I think Big E has the most potential to be a breakout single star going forward.
Well, he was before. His single run before was really good.
It was, but he wasn't established and as comfortable in his role. I think as he is now.
He's matured more.
He's much better on the microphone. You can just tell he's much more comfortable. Even with Lashley and Titus and, Apollo probably there for now. There's a lot of...
There's only...
a lot of... moving parts there, but
I like the idea. I think in a perfect world, I would rather see Big E go over
by himself.
I would think Big E going over and let him become more heelish and let him be the linchpin that pulls a faction together.
Wow, you just totally stole my next pick on SmackDown.
But they won't split him right now. That's the only reason I'm saying as a group.
Right.
And then eventually you break him off.
Right. But for fantasy booking in my world. I would flip him over to Raw now
by himself.
And let him pull Titus Worldwide
or even
and Lashley together.
That's what I was thinking.
And then form a modern day version, just like the Bullet Clubs formed a reformed version of NXT DX. I would let them form a new nation.
And honestly, they could break up the group and move one.
Yeah, and I just think that would make sense because that Titus Worldwide is not the answer.
No.
Now you've got Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
If you put a group with those cats together,
you put Big E and Lashley together.
Yeah,
good as the faces
God
of the group.
Almighty.
And then you put the other four,
that'd be strong.
The other two with Titus Worldwide and Dana Brooke and that little fivesome.
That's a TV show I want to watch.
That's a good group, and that was
Dana Brooke becomes the Owen Hart of the group.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down with that whole idea.
But you can have, and the thing is you can break Big E off right now because Xavier has really developed recently, especially he's getting better and better in the ring again.
Yeah, he's gotten.
And I think him and Kofi are a good little team.
Yeah, they are.
Where they could keep the New Day name over on SmackDown, just the two of them, and Big E can move on.
Yeah. Right.
And they could keep going. That was my next pick on SmackDown, so I'll have to find something else.
Sorry, buddy.
No, it's okay. But no, that was my thought: is move Big E over as a single, then push him as some kind of group.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Who's your next one?
My next pick is Rusev.
Rusev
Day. But he has to go with Aiden English.
Yeah, you got to take
of course. Yeah.
Rusev has gotten a push because of just raw talent and just being whatever he had to do to get over on social media. He goes back to Raw now. He's not the monster. He's not the undefeated streak. He's got his own brand. He's almost a face.
Yeah.
He can start going up against guys like Joe
Yeah.
and Roman.
Oh, man.
And Finn, if Finn's still there, and he can go up against some of the bigger guys and actually have really good matches. Whereas before, it wasn't the same. I mean,
Dynamic is different,
he's
totally
gotten
different.
much more mature and
Yeah.
everything. And now he's got the mouthpiece. It makes even more sense because he doesn't have to deal with the Lana issue. You know, he's not being overshadowed by Aiden English.
Yeah, exactly.
He was overshadowed by his hot wife.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that disrespectfully.
Yeah.
It's just she was gorgeous.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he got overshadowed by that.
Yeah.
I agree.
So now he's got Aiden English who can be his tag partner if they really need it.
Yep.
But I mean, I think he would do really well over in Raw now.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Good choice.
Thank
All
you.
right.
choices, all of us.
Batting 1,000.
Good job for us, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
yeah. All right. Well, on back to SmackDown or back to Raw. After what happened at WrestleMania, I wouldn't mind seeing Asuka move to SmackDown.
That's going to happen.
See her move over. See her even with Charlotte without the belt. I could see what I would like to see is I would like to see Asuka move and her obsession become Charlotte.
I think that's
As in, you're the first. You beat me. You're the first person to beat me. Now I have to beat you, and I can't be happy until I have beaten you.
Yeah, the vignettes write themselves.
Yeah, and just her, just obsessed with her.
Spiraling down.
Yeah, in craziness and just obsession, and it doesn't have to be heel or face. I mean, the two of them are kind of facey, so you could do it.
Yeah.
But just her like sitting, I could see her coming out for Charlotte matches and sitting there and watching her. And just paying attention to everything she does. Or when Charlotte's in the ring, we see Asuka in the back watching the monitor. And when they say, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm studying my prey." Like just basically saying, I have to right this wrong.
I'm getting ready for
a
Charlotte.
heel,
Yeah.
a heel Asuka
Yeah.
and Shinsuke on the same show.
You
That's
have
amazing.
her coming to the ring and those masks that she has.
Yeah.
She starts having them. They're just Charlotte's face.
Yeah, I like.
horse.
Oh,
Oh my
that'd
god,
be
that's
awesome.
crazy. But like, I could totally see her just the obsession, the
Oh,
drive.
that'd be great.
because her
I
character.
want to watch that show now.
Yeah,
dang it.
because
know,
her
right?
character already has that obsessive in it. I mean, she was obsessed with the streak. She's obsessed with winning the belt. Well, now she's almost broken.
Yeah.
We didn't
Yeah.
see her this week. She wasn't on the show.
Yeah, they need to break her.
Exactly.
Like,
So like
Storyline.
her going to SmackDown and she can, she's like, this is perfect. I get what I want.
right.
And I want, and your line was perfect. Her just saying, they say, well, how do you feel about, going to SmackDown? Her just going, I'm going to get ready for Charlotte. And then walking off.
Yeah.
Like that would just set up it perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
All right. Who's your next Raw person? Mr. JB.
This is an interesting choice for me, but I'm saying Samoa Joe
Ooh.
Damn.
because my reasoning is I feel like with the way things are as currently constructed, he's going to get lost in the shuffle.
One of 6 guys.
Yeah, but you got Roman, Brock. Now you got Lashley, whoever else they're throwing in the main event picture. I don't think he's ever going to get Vince's support with Brock and Roman.
He doesn't have a Vince body, and that's the problem.
And so I think he would benefit from a shift over to SmackDown where he would be more prominent. He'd be featured more, I think. Just for that reason alone.
Yeah.
I
can see it.
He could be the alpha over there with AJ and Shinsuke. Would put definitely the three of them could be
My
the
God,
faces.
Joe versus Shinsuke for a number 1 contenders match to take on AJ. Oh my God.
The three of them could be the face, of SmackDown. And for no other reason, just I don't think he's going to get the opportunities on Raw the way things stand right now. So I'd like to see him go over. Okay. He's really I didn't follow his career as closely as you two guys did, but he's grown on me a lot from what I've seen. And I don't even think this is full Joe. It's kind of like scaled back
It's
from
WWE version
So
of
I'm,
Joe.
I'm
Yeah, there's a
assuming-
TNA version in there.
I'm assuming it's scaled back a lot from what he used to do.
There's a TNA version in there that is truly scary. Like the promo he gave this week was kind of goofy. I remember some TNA promos he gave where it was just his face and he was just sweaty.
Certifiable. Scary.
And just scary. Like you look in his eyes and he was just angry and mean. And we haven't seen that in the WWE yet. We saw it in NXT. For NXT, when him and Balor were going at it,
Yeah.
there was a war there. And
Yeah.
Joe went nuts. Like that was the closest we got to a TNA Joe.
I caught the end of his TNA run when he was with the Beatdown Clan with MVP and Kenny King.
Yeah.
That was the end of it.
Can you imagine? Okay, let's just roll this idea. Just imagine they swing Joe over to SmackDown, and he walks into the locker room of AJ Styles, and they just shut the door behind him. And then later on in the night, AJ, Joe, pick somebody else. Oh, Bobby Roode.
Yeah.
And then a young up and comer come out, and this is totally a dick
like a
move.
TNA.
Listen, hang on, yeah, it's totally a dick move. Something Vince would totally do. They walk out, and across the screens go dark, and then it comes out in big bold white letters, "The Elite."
Oh wow.
Oh, they would.
And then they totally rip off the whole idea that TNA did of the upper echelon guys.
Yeah.
And it's all the guys that would be that in that group anyway. Some of the group that was there from TNA.
Yeah.
And they totally just flip the finger off to the Bullet Club guys. And then they do the whole basically, what was the
Fortune?
Yeah, Fortune.
But who was it when WWE did it? Ric Flair and Triple H.
Oh,
Evolution.
Evolution.
Yeah, another Evolution.
Yeah, the Elite.
Oh,
I mean, could you imagine?
So I think he can only fight Roman Reigns so many times,
Right.
in this current installment, and I just think it's gonna after that feud, like where does he literally go from there?
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think he could benefit from a fresh start too.
I agree. Totally agree.
I'm trying to think of your fourth. I could see Bobby Roode, AJ Styles, and Samoa Joe.
And you said up and comer.
And I'm a
I
comer.
see somebody like a Ty
Ty Dillinger,
Dillinger.
yeah, I was
Ty
about to say
Dillinger.
Ty Dillinger.
Or even somebody like a Chad Gable or a Jason Jordan,
Yeah.
Yeah,
because they would definitely need to be heel.
definitely.
Jason Jordan would be that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of somebody in TNA, or not TNA, but NXT that you could bring up that would be good in that position too.
Nobody that I really.
Yeah.
Maybe Gargano.
Gargano, maybe.
Ciampa.
Or
Ciampa. Oh, Ciampa.
Ciampa.
Ciampa would be great in that position because Ciampa's an evil asshole too. And they could say, look, we know who we are.
He is
We
an
know what
evil
you have
bastard.
potential to be.
Ciampa is the evil bastard.
You could say, like, we know who we are. We know what you have potential. We're going to teach you how to be
Yeah.
the elite.
Oh, we've seen you be vicious, but
Yeah.
wow, we're going to teach you to be lethal.
Yeah.
He could
All
be
right.
the-
I
be
like
the-
that.
he can be their
I like
enforcer.
that a lot.
God,
All
I
right.
want to watch that TV show.
right.
Damn
I'm
it.
telling you, man.
We should write.
We're
for
pretty
better-
good at this stuff.
Screw
right?
those bastards. We can
All
write
right.
better shows.
Before I move on to my next SmackDown pick.
Or I get mine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You haven't picked yours yet. Oh, sorry. You got your Raw pick. I'm sorry.
Poor Irish man. I
worries.
tell you, man.
No, that's right. We were still on his. Sorry.
It's because he still thinks I'm taking this week off.
I know. I want to thank Breakside for your salted caramel stout.
Breakside.
It's amazing. All right. Who's your next person on Raw?
What? Did you get your full promo in? I'm going to get your promo in.
No, I'm saying Breakside and your amazing salted caramel stout.
Totally.
And thank you for our friends at Tavor for putting it in a box and sending it to me.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys rock.
All right, go ahead.
I think that this person's run with Raw has been nothing short of spectacular. But this person is now facing a little bit of a problem because they've wrestled everybody. And they need a little bit of a challenge.
Okay.
So I think Alexa Bliss goes back to SmackDown.
I can see that.
And the reason that I would have her go back to SmackDown is because she'd be facing different people in different scenarios. You know, Charlotte's different.
Yeah, definitely.
Naomi's definitely different.
Yep.
Yep.
And then now she's got the two iconic duo girls.
To deal with.
You know, she's got the girls from the not the Riot Squad.
Riot Squad. No, Riot Squad.
Riot Squad.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, there's more people there that weren't there to begin with. And I think that she's been there, done that with everybody on
Raw.
Well, that's why she
Plus-
moved to SmackDown. That's why she moved to Raw in the first place, because
Yeah.
she'd been there, done that.
Plus, now that you've got Paige as your general manager, you know, they have some history.
Yep.
And now she could be the brunt of Paige's ire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think that would be fun. I think that she needs a little bit of a change. I don't think her time on Raw is done yet.
No.
But I would like to see it
Yeah,
for now.
okay.
I mean,
All
that's just me being me.
My next person for SmackDown is actually one of the women wrestlers. And we talked about her earlier, especially on the last show. It's Becky Lynch.
God,
She needs something. And maybe this is that Hail Mary. Let's see what happens. We'll move her over to Raw and see if she clicks over there with that group more than she does the SmackDown girls. But, you know, before she decides to walk, like, I would think for her, I would be pushing for a good look. I'm not happy. You know I'm not happy. Let's move me. Let's see what happens over here. Because if it doesn't work, then I'm leaving anyways.
Yeah.
If it works, great. You guys get what I get to stay. I stay if you want me to stay, kind of thing.
Right.
And that sort of, and we've seen that before. With wrestlers where they kind of go, all right, we'll move them. We'll see what happens. And she could have some fun runs over there with Asuka if she's still there, or Alexa if she's still there. And there's definitely some people she can run with over on Raw.
And the benefit of her going to Raw is the fact that they have a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
And she won't do stupid dark matches for no reason.
Yeah.
The day after WrestleMania.
I mean, she's one of the most over wrestlers on the roster.
Still.
You know, and she hasn't been in a championship match.
Nope.
She hasn't really done anything of any consequence in the last several months.
No.
And she's a far better wrestler than that. She definitely is a better brand ambassador than most of the people. So why not?
Totally. So,
Absolutely.
all right. Who's your next SmackDown person?
It's ironic that we're all doing women because I had a woman in mind too to move to Raw. Naomi for me.
Really?
I would love to see a Naomi Ember Moon type of match, just because we don't get to see that too often.
Right. That'd be awesome.
Her Nia Jax, she's so athletic. She could hang with any of the women.
Oh yeah.
I just think she needs a change of scenery. She's kind of in that stuck in the middle spot in SmackDown right now. She had her big run. She just won the Battle Royal, so she's still, she has the accolades to go along with the move. Put her over to Raw and see if she can catch lightning in a bottle again. I just think there's nowhere left for her to go on SmackDown. Right. There's a lot more possibilities on Raw for her to hopefully get another push.
Yeah, I see that. That would be.
But
cool.
I think her and Ember Moon could put on a hell of an athletic match.
Yeah. Now Ember trained with
Booker T.
Yeah.
Where did Naomi train?
I'm not sure.
She came through the Performance Center, I think.
Well, so did Ember Moon.
No. But I think she came in from there.
She came in from scratch.
Really?
So I think she was in Orlando.
Well,
she was
a dancer.
She
Just a
started
dancer,
with
right?
Funkasaurus.
the Funkasauruses. I think she came into the company Raw and they developed her.
put
Like
her
something. I don't think she was
Right.
training with anybody but the WWE.
Was it Funkadelics?
Funkadactyls.
Funkadactyls.
Yeah.
Funkadactyl. But
right.
I think she was purely, she came in
I don't
Raw.
think they ever had intentions of her wrestling.
Yeah. But I'm saying she developed within.
Yeah.
So she's a little bit different than Ember Moon, who came from, indies and moved her way up. So
Right. Excellent.
all right. What do you got?
I think that this move makes more sense to me. You took Becky Lynch, so I'm going to go to my next. I think
Sorry. Now you
I
guys
think
are even.
it's time. I think it's time that we do something with this whole New Day Uso New Day Day Uso thing, and we move the Usos over to Raw.
Okay. As a group.
Oh, yeah.
Move the Usos over. I don't like. I would think that they would want to move Naomi as well, to the tune of let them pair up and be like a 3-way deal and turn Naomi heel, because
They kind of did that for a while and it worked. Remember, for a little while they were together and it really
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah, but they were faces at the time and it worked.
Yeah.
Naomi, I know Naomi. I've heard she's not comfortable being a heel.
Yeah.
but she's not getting over as much, in my opinion, as a face.
Yeah.
And I think that might help her. And I don't want to see a husband and wife split up on the road, but I think the Usos really could benefit from being over with the Dash and Wilder.
Yeah.
And
The club.
the club,
The bar.
the bar.
Yeah.
Those are heavy hitters.
The bar and the bar versus the Usos.
AOP too.
AOP would be
Right.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really good.
and you've got a contrast in style, you've got a contrast in look, you've got a contrast in look, you've got a contrast in attitude.
Yeah.
I think those guys now at this point in time would be much better suited on Raw.
The Uso penitentiary gimmick would go over very well against AOP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They could have some brutal encounters with
Yeah.
them.
And eventually have a cage match
Yeah.
in it. I mean, you could
Hell
definitely
in a
have
Cell cage or something.
Uso Penitentiary.
They could lock it in a Hell in a Cell with that one.
Welcome to our
Could be the first tag team.
asylum.
First tag team Hell in a Cell match, I think.
Yeah.
Jesus,
So, all
that'd be
right.
Can
awesome.
you imagine that?
Figure we can do one more each for each show.
Yeah, why not?
You guys got okay. My next one on Raw, I'd like to see move is Elias. I think Elias is great on Raw, but he'd be fun on SmackDown too. I definitely think there's some people he could. He's not in the ring enough, and I think there's more people on SmackDown he could match up better against. Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, AJ, Rusev. There's people over there that I think he could have really, really good matches with. Where on Raw, I think he's good in his role, but he doesn't wrestle a ton. Because I don't think he matches up as well against some of the Raw talent.
I don't know what they think of him, to be honest with you.
He's an attraction, not a wrestler.
And that's the problem. Because he can wrestle.
Yeah, I know he can.
And he's definitely over, unless you watch with the sound off. He's bringing the crowd. You know what I mean? They're solely behind him. I don't understand if they're just trying to drag this out and they have a bigger purpose for him.
I'm hoping
and
so.
If he's just, like you said, if he's just a gimmick, then he definitely could benefit from a move.
Yeah.
But I think the Raw brand gives him the showcase that he needs until he establishes himself more before they would make that jump with him. But I can see where you're going with that.
Yeah. All right. Who's your next person to move from Raw to SmackDown? Mr. JB?
100% Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks.
She's kind of reinvigorated herself with this Bayley feud.
Yep.
For a while there, she had never defended the title that she won 3 times. And that kind of killed her momentum for the longest time. She was kind of stuck in mid-card. I'm looking forward to actually the payoff with this Bayley feud, but I would definitely love to see her go to SmackDown and kind of get another chance to become a top heel on the SmackDown
she has to go as a
brand.
heel though. She totally goes as a heel.
Like that gimmick is it can go heel face, but she's definitely better as a heel in that gimmick.
Yeah.
Just to see her go over there. Obviously, her and Charlotte had a legendary feud.
Yep.
When they feuded for the title, there's a lot of other talent over there. Ruby Riott, she's very underrated. With Paige being the GM, they could have some nice verbal spats in the ring.
Actually, if you're gonna move her over, I wouldn't mind if you're gonna put her against Ruby. I would see them doing the whole, well, you want me, but you can't have me, but you got to go through my girls first. And she runs through each of the members of the Riot Squad.
There's a lot of different ways they can go.
The only problem I would have with that is we're building up this Sasha Bayley thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't break it up now.
Yeah.
But that in my dream scenario, she there's nothing left. Like after this Bayley feud, what's left for her?
Nothing.
Well, they're doing combined pay-per-views now, so
Well,
they could continue
they could,
it across the brands.
They could.
True.
They could leverage their social media a little bit more.
All right.
That's pretty good. I think that would be.
Who's your last person to move from Raw?
I would move Cesaro. I'd split up the bar.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I
about
think
time for
Cesaro is a phenomenal wrestler.
Oh yeah.
And I think the working with Sheamus for the last 2 years has helped him with character development.
He's better on the mic.
He had just started getting a little bit more of a push personality-wise, and then they paired him up with Sheamus. So now what I would like to see is a heel Cesaro go over to SmackDown and just start running roughshod over everybody and use the skills that he's attained in the last couple of years and put it over there, because I would love to see him go against AJ. I would love to see him go up against Shinsuke. Can you imagine Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's just that's a great match to me.
It's a better
Him and Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode would be great.
Him and Bobby Roode would be great together.
Yeah. And so at some point I'm going to meet him and apologize for calling him Jason Statham. I went to an NXT event and I didn't know anybody and he was wrestling and I kept calling him Jason Statham.
Oh my.
Well, it's actually not unusual. We called somebody
say,
Goldberg when we were at ours, so
Did you really?
All right, so my last one to move from SmackDown to Raw is somebody who's currently injured, but a move would benefit him because when he came in, his gimmick was horrendously bad, and that's Mike Kanellis.
Yes.
Is he still with the company?
Yeah, he's still with the company.
Get out.
He was at Mania.
Yeah, he's still around.
He was in the Battle Royal.
Yeah.
Are you shitting me?
No,
He
he's
was
still
there.
around. He's just come back. He just got cleared to come back, so he's back.
Well, he had a rehab stint.
Yeah.
And an injury. So
Yeah,
he had
so-
some life
But
problems to take care of.
I think he
he
needs
had a
a
kid.
complete repackaging.
Yes, he does.
He needs to ditch
On his own.
The
his
Kanellis
wife,
crap.
Yeah.
the Kanellis crap, go back to Michael Bennett,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's his indie name. Why
Yeah.
not?
come back out on Raw and just be Michael Bennett.
Yeah.
And just be, and he could say, like, you know what? I showed up on SmackDown and I wasn't me.
Yeah.
This is me.
And the thing is, he's getting a lot of support. He even tweeted it out that he was that access, just to talk about his situation. A lot of people were showing support for him. So I think like they're rooting for him, the Smarks to come back, and they know his story. Yeah. I think it could be a good.
But
he
needs a move though to make it work.
Him back to the
without
audience.
her.
Yeah.
Without her, a completely repackaged. He can be traded. Like he can get traded as Mike Kanellis, and then like a week or two, he maybe doesn't show up.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you have Kurt Angle going, no, you have to be here this week. This is ridiculous. You have to be here next week or we're done.
Yeah.
And then he shows up the following week, go, fine, I'm here. I'm no longer Mike Kanellis. I am Michael Bennett. This is me. Nothing against my wife. This is me.
I mean, it's simple. You just do the indie promo.
Yeah.
So a lot of you people here don't know me. Let me introduce you to who I am.
Yeah.
And then show a video package. I mean, they've got enough stuff they can get their hands on. They showed it. My name's Mike Bennett, and I do this better than most people in the world. Going back just one second, if I'm putting together the Elite in WWE, my fourth guy is Drew Galloway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Try the deal.
Well, I wish the Undisputed Era was already on Raw. That would make perfect sense for him to go over there.
Oh, Kanellis?
Yeah.
With the Undisputed?
Yeah. Adam Cole in the group?
Yeah.
That would be the best guys, Adam Cole.
Oh,
baby.
Adam, but they're not
WrestleMania.
Moving him. They gave him 2 belts now. He ain't going nowhere.
After WrestleMania, book it.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
He's
after
got
the
a
2
year
belts.
left in NXT, and he's done.
Right.
All right, who's your last person moving from SmackDown to Raw?
I give you
Mr.
10
Davey?
guesses who it is.
Dolph Ziggler.
Jason. Are you giving me 10?
Yes, there you go.
10? I knew where you were going.
No.
I don't think Irish will come.
I knew you were
I got it now. Yeah, sorry.
10, 10, 10.
He's on SmackDown?
Yeah.
He needs anything right now to catch lightning in a bottle.
He had it and they screwed it up.
Even at WrestleMania, the 10 gimmick alone is going to get him a reaction from the crowd. I just think he needs another opportunity.
The best part of the Battle Royal was him doing the 10 and Matt Hardy. The 10 versus the Elite was the best part of that whole Battle Royal.
Capitalize off of that. Put him on the prominent featured show.
Yeah.
And see if he can catch lightning in a bottle.
I like that. No, I could totally see that. Again, a guy that needs to move because he needs a new playground.
Yeah.
He needs a new place to go.
Scenery.
Yeah. I agree with that. All right. Irish, you got your last one?
Yeah.
Or do you not? Or do you not want one?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You sure?
Why wouldn't I be?
I don't know. Are you sure?
I'm still here. I think honestly, I would move Dolph Ziggler.
I thought about him.
I thought about him too.
I would move Dolph for a number of reasons. One, whatever the hell he's doing now ain't working.
The whole non-gimmick.
And it's not like he just needs to. I'm Dolph Ziggler. Now I'm here on Raw. No, I don't know if I would repackage him in as much as I would. I
he's
maybe
a
put
tough
a mask
person to
on him.
repackage.
I don't know, put a mask on him. I'm not kidding. I know that sounds crazy, but why not? Why not put a mask on him? Let him come out as El Generico or something. I don't know. Dolph needs something. He's a far better wrestler than they're letting him. He could join Stephanie and Triple H. Yeah,
they could go back.
He would be a good pawn.
Go back 2 summers ago to when him and Cena were doing the anti-corporation game.
Yeah, he could totally be a pawn.
And they could play off of that.
Yeah.
Well, we remember when we were at odds how strong of a presence you were, how you stood up to us. How we respected what you did.
Right.
And they could use that to kind of bring him in the fold and kind of repackage him almost and make him corporate.
Yeah,
kind of like a
put him in a suit.
I don't want to say poor man Shawn Michaels, but
but you put him
just in that mold, that frame of mind, to where you align him with Triple H and Stephanie, and they're giving him opportunities that he wouldn't get any from SmackDown.
I can totally see it. You put him in a suit, you get him out there when he's doing his promos.
Yep.
He talks about how he's the chosen one, how he's the man, and you all have
they
to
finally
accept
saw the talent.
they finally saw what I am.
Yeah,
I had one other honorable mention. Can I throw him out?
No. All right, so we're
he would
moving
have
on.
to be repackaged big time.
Who?
Mojo.
Yeah,
I thought about him too, but I think he's
I don't think you can though.
I think he's done.
I think he's. I don't want to say one trick pony.
I think he is a one trick pony.
But it's the football hype gimmick. I can't see him toning it down.
He needs a different character altogether.
But I'm saying I don't even think it would be.
I don't think it would work
to be able to tone it down, because I truly believe he has a hyper personality. like in general, like to how would you repackage that?
I don't know.
Like for
They
me,
tried toning him down, and he went right back again.
Here's how you repackage it. It's very simple.
Unless you're gonna give him Quaaludes before he comes out for a match.
you give him a gimmick where he is calm, not like the Festus, but you give him a gimmick where he's just a completely different person, maybe face paint or something, and when the bell rings, he can go at a high degree, but he can't do the football moves. He can't do any of that stuff. It's got to be completely different. I don't know if he's got that in him. The Hype Bros was probably the best thing that they had going. But I don't think that outside of a major gimmick change and just moving him off of Raw, or moving him off of SmackDown. And the only other people that I was thinking of was there's no way that Vince would allow them to do it right. And that would be like Prince Pretty.
Yeah.
No.
Vince won't have that.
So,
no.
Let him be him. So that's it. Yeah, I would definitely do.
It's gonna be an interesting night. I'm really excited to see
nights. Yeah, it's 2
nights. Nights, 2 nights. It's gonna be interesting 2 nights to see who moves. And I'm assuming it'll be like past years where we'll get 2 or 3 on each show, and then after the shows we'll get more.
Yeah.
Because that's usually how they do it. They'll do a couple, and then other people will move, and then.
Well, I know that the Monday night's in Hartford.
Yeah.
And I think the next night's in Rhode Island.
Oh, okay.
Will they have both full rosters there, or will they
I'm sure they'll
don't show up to Monday night. We're going to send you to SmackDown.
I don't know. It's interesting to see how they do that. Yeah.
I'm sure they'll have everybody there.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times
They're
they
close
don't
enough.
tell them until
Right.
they announce it,
Right.
and they want that genuine reaction when they come out.
You're
So
going to SmackDown.
Yeah. Oh, whoa.
Yeah, especially
F my life.
especially the SmackDown people. Like when somebody gets picked up on Raw to go to Raw, you want that person to come out right away.
They have to
so.
sell the idea that they're going to SmackDown. Like, oh my God, I'm going to SmackDown. Oh, I'm going to Raw. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to thank our friends at Tavor
Speaking
for
of thank
sending
you.
me Breakside Salted Caramel Stout, a collaboration with the homemade Salt and Straw Ice Cream Company in Portland, Oregon. It's gone. It was amazing.
It was good.
She gone.
She's gone.
We want to make sure that you come over to beersandbodyslams.com, check out all of our show archives, as well as the links to our amazing sponsors. You can also visit us on Facebook, Beers and Body Slams Podcast, on the Twitter, Beers Body Slams, because Fluff forgot the A, and on the Instagram at Beers and Body Slams Podcast.
Download the Untapped app. You can sample this wonderful beer, rate it. You can find local beers in your area by location. You can find out where to go ahead of time and you don't have to waste time calling. You can follow me at GoodOLJB.
You can follow me at Mr. Fluffy, and who knows, I might draft your liver to join me.
Oh, God help us.
Transplant coming soon.
I don't even have a good comeback for that one.
like that one, don't you?
That was good. You can follow me at The Irish O'Leary as I treat my liver about as well as Vince McMahon treats Prince Pretty.
Make sure you tune in on Thursday. We're going to have all the recap from the shakeups, who's moving, who's not, who stayed, who goes, and all the headlines. And then next Monday, we're going to have one of our favorite shows of the year. I love doing this show. We're going to have our bold predictions truly to go wrong. And especially the shakeup, we'll figure it out because we'll see who's on what roster and we'll figure out who we think is going to be champions, who we think will feud. I love this show because I don't think we've ever gotten anything right.
Just to go on the record, a certain person over there said that Baron Corbin was going to be like the next big thing.
Yeah, that was the start of the
Started.
Let's be clear. One tweet ruined everything.
Yeah.
He was Mr. Money in the Bank. He was well on his way to winning the world title, and he made the dumbest tweet of his life, and he's never recovered from it.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I love that show. It's going to be a fun one, so definitely tune in for that. And as always, make sure you keep your pint glasses full and your body slam stiff.
Hogan's coming back.
You've been listening to the Beers and Body Slams podcast. Find us online at beersandbodyslams.com and on Facebook at facebook.com/Beers and Body Slams podcast. Until next time.
Have a nice day.